Hello, I'm Kate, the Daily Tarot Girl, and welcome to my tarot card meaning deep dive into the Three of Swords. So the card that you see on your screen is from the Rider Waite Tarot, and I'm going to tell you all about the Three of Swords. I'm going to give you some keywords. I'm going to tell you what this card means when it shows up in your reading upright and reversed. And I'm also going to break down all the symbols on the card and give you some really fun journaling questions at the end. So come join me while I uncover the secrets, the symbols, and the messages of the Three of Swords. Now, before we dive in, I just want to let you know I have created a minor arcana tarot meanings cheat sheet for you. So you can download your free copy below. And if you enjoy this video, please subscribe to my channel. It would help me out so much and I would be forever grateful. Okay, let's dive into the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords is a card that illustrates the violent intersection between the mind and the heart, where thoughts create feelings, and painful clarity about a situation and a heart that is in need of healing are the two main themes of this card. So we have the Three of Swords. So it's from the suit of swords, and the suit of swords corresponds to the element of air, which is all about mind, intellect, thoughts, and communication. And it's the number 3. And the number 3 can symbolize things coming together. So think about a triangle. Think about a triad like mind, body, spirit, mother, maiden, crone. These are all kind of trinities, triads. And the number 3 is about things coming together. And in the case of the Three of Swords, we have information and facts coming together to form a clear picture of things. So some keywords to keep in mind for the Three of Swords: heartbreak, mental anguish, emotional pain, and sudden realization. So it's like taking off the rose-colored glasses and shifting from seeing things as you wanted to see them to seeing things as they are. And doing that can be kind of jarring. It can be upsetting if what you see is not what you want to see. And so that is where some of the heartbreak and emotional and mental anguish can come in. So again, Three of Pentacles can be about, or Three of Swords can be about information and facts kind of all coming together to form a clear picture of things. And it can be about clarity. So Three of Swords can be a card of clarity that causes pain. So some symbols to pay attention to. The most obvious symbol on the card, of course, is the big giant red heart in the center with the 3 swords going right through it. And that symbolizes the intersection between mind and emotion. So the heart represents feeling, emotion, and the swords represent thoughts and the mind, piercing those emotions. So it's about kind of the relationship between your thoughts and your feelings. So your thoughts causing pain and suffering, your thoughts kind of affecting your feelings. Now we have rain in the background, and water in the tarot symbolizes emotion. So here we have that rain falling down. So it's symbolizing emotion, but kind of emotional release. Just think about how that rain is moving. It's moving downward, it's releasing, it's almost cleansing in a way. But it's kind of like an emotional storm. And so it's interesting because the suit of swords, you know, I'm used to thinking of the suit of swords as being a mental suit. It's about the thoughts and the mind. But here with the Three of Swords, we have a lot of feeling. This is an emotional card as well. And then there's clouds in the background. And the clouds in the background symbolize kind of gloominess, having kind of a gloomy mental state. So some advice and messages that this card has for you when it appears in a reading. Number one, whenever the Three of Swords shows up in a reading, it's usually to indicate that there is a heart that needs healing, that your heart is in need of some TLC and some healing because it's wounded. The Three of Swords shows a wounded heart. And It's also inviting you to just notice how your thoughts affect your feelings and emotions. It's also inviting you to be gentle with yourself, because the Three of Swords in a reading shows that you're maybe going through some stuff, maybe in a big way, maybe in a smaller way, but it's all about going through some sort of mental and emotional suffering. And so it's important to acknowledge that and be gentle with yourself. Another thing that the Three of Swords can say, another thing it can represent, is to look at a situation clearly and take off the rose-colored glasses. So see things as they are, not necessarily how you want to see them. And to do your best to accept the facts and process and release any emotional pain. So if the Three of Swords shows up reversed, it can indicate that you're refusing to see things clearly. It can also show that maybe you're sort of crafting a story in your head, which is causing you even more pain. So think about Three of Swords upright is about seeing things clearly and that being kind of painful, but reversed, you might be refusing to see things clearly and or crafting a narrative, crafting a story in your mind to explain something that isn't necessarily accurate, but it's causing you even more pain. It can also represent difficulty letting go of heartbreak and processing and releasing those emotions. So look at the direction that the rain is falling. So if the Three of Swords is upright, the rain is like falling down it's like a symbol of release, but reversed, the rain is like flying upward. It's very unnatural and weird looking, and it can be kind of the opposite of letting go. And maybe not even holding on to something, but like amping a feeling up. It's not just that you're holding on to it, but you're increasing that feeling even more by telling yourself a story about it. So you can experience the Three of Swords externally or internally. So externally, you may experience this card as, something from the outside coming in and disappointing you. So being betrayed by someone, being disappointed by someone or in a situation, or being heartbroken. Internally, this represents thoughts causing emotional pain. Okay, here's some journaling questions for you. So if you haven't started a tarot journal, I highly recommend that you do. I just get blank notebooks from the dollar store, and I've had endless enjoyment out of journaling with my tarot cards. So I'm going to give you a bunch of questions for this card. And you can just choose one, or you can do all of them if you want. So first question is, how does the Ace of Swords show up in your life right now? Can you relate to this card somehow? How are your current thoughts affecting your feelings? And if you have any negative or stressful emotions right now, think about, well, what thoughts are linked to those feelings? Are there any thoughts I'm thinking that are perpetuating those feelings? When it comes to heartbreak and emotional anguish, what story are you telling yourself? Now, you may not be heartbroken right now or in any kind of mental anguish, but the next time you are, just notice, am I telling myself a story about this? And does that story create healing, or does it create more pain for myself? And when was the last time you shifted from seeing things how you wanted to see them to seeing them how they actually are? So I often will put on rose-colored glasses when I meet people for the first time. And I remember meeting a friend's new boyfriend, and I really wanted to like this person. And I met him and I didn't like him, but I told myself, no, he's fine. He's a nice guy. And I kind of kept those rose-colored lenses on. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I thought maybe I just need to get to know him more. And then as time went on, things he said, things he'd do, it started, a picture started to form. You know, the facts started to come in and they started to create a picture that I couldn't ignore. And then I realized I do not like this person. And so that was that's kind of an example of finally taking off those rose-colored lenses and looking at a situation or looking at a person as they are and not just how you want to see them. So feel free to share with me any insights that you got from that, any stories of your own that you want to share, and let me know what you thought of this video. I hope you learned a lot about the Three of Swords. I know that this can be a really tricky card to read. For the longest time, the Three of Swords really kind of would sort of mess me up in a reading because I'd be like, I don't know what to say about this card because it's such an intense card, and I would always kind of struggle to spin it in a positive way. So hopefully if you felt that way before watching this video, hopefully watching this video has helped you understand this card better so that next time it comes up in a reading, you won't struggle with it as much, hopefully. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to learn how to read tarot cards, check out my website, dailytarotgirl.com. I'll put the link below. Don't forget to grab your free Minor Arcana cheat sheet. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel. It would mean so much to me. All right. Thank you for watching and see you next time.